Analysis of super elevation. In horizontal curve, normally the outer edge will be raised with respect to the inner edge to counteract the centrifugal force acting in outward direction. Here, capital E is the height of the raised portion in outer edge and B is the width of the pavement. Small e is rate of super elevation, that is capital E by B. Super elevation is the transverse slope provided at horizontal curve to counteract the centrifugal force by raising the outer edge of the pavement. How much the raising should be done in the outer edge, we have to do the super elevation analysis. Basically, three forces will be acting in super elevation. Two are along the CG. One is centrifugal force, which will be acting in outward direction. Second one is weight of the vehicle, which will be acting in downward direction through the CG. And third one is friction between wheel and the pavement. So we have to balance all these forces. If you resolve centrifugal force, we will get P cos theta and P sin theta. And if you resolve the weight W, we will get W sin theta, which will be in inward direction, and W cos theta in the downward direction. W cos theta and P sin theta will be taken as reaction forces at wheel A and wheel B, RA and RB. Now we have to, the vehicle should not skid in lateral direction in the inward direction, or it should not overturn in the outward direction. The proper raising should be done in the outer edge. So how much the raising should be done, we have to calculate the capital E or the rate of super elevation. So to balance the equation, outward force is P cos theta and inward force is W sin theta and FA FB. As already told, FA FB are reaction forces W cos theta and P sin theta. For above equation, if you divide it by the W cos theta on the both sides, we will get P by W is equal to tan theta plus F P by W tan theta. If I simplify the equation, I will get P by W is equal to tan theta plus F divided by 1 minus F tan theta. We know centrifugal force P by W is equal to V square by GR. Here normally the theta will be smaller angle. The rays will be very smaller. It is 1 or 2 degrees. We will consider it is less than 4 degrees. For the F is lateral coefficient of friction, as already discussed in the earlier classes, the value is 0.15. For 0.15 and theta, if you take maximum 4 degree also, we will get 1 minus F tan theta is equal to 0.99 something. We can take it as 1. For smaller theta, tan theta is equal to sin theta, that is E by B. As already shown in the above figure, it is E, rate of super elevation. So the equation will become E plus F is equal to V square by GR, where E we have to calculate how much the rate of super elevation should be provided. F is the lateral coefficient of friction, constant 0.15. V is the speed of the vehicle in meter per second, and R will be the radius of the horizontal curve in terms of meters. Now we will discuss attainment of super elevation. How we will attain? Because normally in the straight road, what will happen? The middle portion will be raised with respect to the inner edge and outer edge, that is camber, as we discussed in the earlier classes, to drain the rain water. Here we can raise the outer edge by two things. One, rotating by the crown or shifting the crown position. Fixing or keeping the crown in the original position, we can slowly raise the outer edge by center as the crown. Second one is crown will be constant. The outer edge will be constant. By keeping the center as the outer edge, we will shift the crown in outer direction. That is raising the outer edge. Now we have to rotate the pavement. Rotation of the pavement. Rotation of the pavement can be done by two things. One is inner edge will be raised with respect, outer edge will be raised with respect to the inner edge, or the pavement will be rotated about center line. If you rotate about the center line, the outer edge will be E by 2, because we will raise only E by 2 and we will downward the inner edge by E by 2. If you raise by the with respect to the inner edge, then the super elevation will be capital E. Maximum and minimum super elevation. All the vehicles in the horizontal curve will not be traveling at the same speed. The speed of the vehicles will vary. So based on the type of the terrain, we have to provide the super elevation. The maximum super elevation for plain is 7%, and while that of hilly terrain is 10%. For urban roads, the maximum super elevation is 4%. Now we will design the super elevation. As I told earlier, all type of the vehicles will be traveling in the road, that is including your horizontal curve. It may be fast moving vehicle, it may be slow moving vehicle. Some of the vehicles may be traveling at 40 kmph and some of the vehicles may be traveling at 80 to 100 kmph. We cannot design for 100 kmph and neither we cannot design for the 40 kmph also. So as per IRC, we have to design for the 75% of the design speed. 75% of the design speed. Following is the steps for IRC suggests the following design procedure for the super elevation. First, we have to find the E for the 75% of the design speed. Whatever is the design speed, 80 kmph, 100 kmph, 65 kmph, neglecting F. What is the formula of the super elevation? E plus F is equal to V square by GR. But we are neglecting the F. We will take F is equal to 0. We will design E1 is equal to 0.75 V whole square divided by GR. The procedure is for plain terrain. The procedure given is for plain terrain. If E1 is lesser than or equal to 0.07, then that is your final super elevation. If E is greater than 0.07, then we will go for step 3. What is the step 3? The maximum super elevation for plain terrain is how much? 7%, that is 0.07. So I will take E is equal to 0.07 and I will calculate F. If I calculate the F value should be less than 0.15. The F value should be less than 0.15. If F value is less than 0.15, then your vehicle is safe. We can go adopt E is equal to 0.07 and F is equal to 0.15. If F greater than 0.15, then what happens? The vehicle may skid in the inward direction because the resistive forces is only 0.15, but the forces generating by your vehicle is more than 0.16 or maybe 0.17. If then also you will get F1 greater than 0.15, then we will go for step 4. That is last step. We will take F is equal to 0.15 and E is equal to 0.07. We will restrict the speed. We will calculate the speed. VA is equal to 0.22 GR. If your VA is lesser than or equal to V, then we will take the same speed, otherwise we will reduce the speed. Now we will solve the small problem. A 2-lane road with a design speed 80 kmph has a horizontal curve of radius 480 meter. Design the rate of super elevation for the mixed traffic by how much the outer edge of the pavement should be raised with respect to the center line. If the pavement is rotated with respect to the center line and the width of the pavement at the horizontal curve is 7.5 meter. As shown in design step, E is equal to 0.75 V whole square divided by GR. V is in terms of meter per second. It is not in terms of kmph. E is equal to, I will get 0.059. Since it is less than 0.07, I will take E is equal to 0.059. So the rate of super elevation we have calculated. He has asked how much of the rate should be done with respect to the center line if the pavement is rotated about center line. As was shown in earlier, If the pavement is rotated about the center line, we will calculate E by 2. If the pavement is rotated about center line, if the pavement is rotated about inner edge, then it is capital E. So E is equal to B into E by 2 because it is rotated about center line. E is the rate of superelevation, B is the width of the pavement given as 7.5 meters. So I will get E is equal to 0.22 meters. Next we will discuss extra widening or widening of the pavement on horizontal curve. And one more thing, radius of horizontal curve also can be calculated by the equation, same superelevation equation, E plus F is equal to V square by GR. Whenever you are calculating the R, if the only speed is given, you can take E is equal to 0.07 and F is equal to 0.15. Now coming to the extra widening of the pavement. The extra widening of the pavement or the pavement width will be increased in the horizontal curve basically because of two reasons. One is mechanical widening, second one is psychological widening. Mechanical widening, what happens in the mechanical widening, basically the path of the front wheel and the path of the rear wheel will changes. The distance between the path of the front wheel and the rear wheel will be called as off tracking. There are so many reasons for the off tracking. The off tracking depend on the length of the wheelbase. If the length of the wheel is higher, then the off tracking is also higher. Why we have to provide the extra widening? For the provision of transverse skidding at the speed higher than the design speed. If any vehicle enters the horizontal curve more than the design speed, then at the entry of the horizontal curve, the vehicle may skid slightly in the outward direction. To provide that skid, we have to provide the extra widening. As I told, there are two types of extra widening. One is mechanical widening and second one is psychological widening. Mechanical widening is because of the off tracking, which will depend on the length of the wheelbase. So the formula is Wm is equal to mechanical widening is NL square by 2R, where R is the radius and L is the length of wheelbase. If the length of the wheelbase is not given in the problem, you have to take it as 6 meter. Next is psychological widening. What is psychological widening? To get the proper visibility, normally the driver will tend to drive in the outward direction. As much as possible, he will go outwards of the, for the comfortability, he will go outwards of the horizontal curve. So we have the equation WPS, that is psychological widening, V divided by 9.5 root R, where V is in kmph. Most of the problems we will take V in meter per second. Here in psychological widening, we will take V in terms of kmph. Total extra widening is mechanical widening plus psychological widening, that is NL square by 2R, V divided by 9.5 R, where N is the number of lanes. Here is the small example. Extra widening required, pavement width 7 meter, horizontal curve of radius 250 meter. Here the number of lanes is not given. 7 meter means number of the lanes will be 2 lanes. Radius is 250 meter. So we will get the total extra widening 0.662 meters.